Hello everybody and welcome to the life of a board gamer. My name is Daniel and today we are going to paint this miniature called Strangler from the Pit the board game. So let's get to it. First of all, we are going with the violet and we are going to paint over the entire miniature skin with this color because it's mostly purplish alien. Just go over the mouth and everything and then we'll proceed afterward. So purple color is done and now we are going to use Drucci Violet shade and just go over the entire purple part, skin and everything, and give it a really nice wash. The shade is all dried up and you see we have some dark areas now in the recesses, and we are going to go over with the violet all over the miniature, but just avoid those recesses, leave them black so it will give you more shade and bring out the color back. So you just go with the violet and simply go over all the parts that are not slated, like you should go over here and like so. Now I know that it doesn't look like we did much, but trust me, we did. And now we are going to use a blue violet and we are just going to go over all these raised parts that we just did, but you don't go over entire it, just give it a subtle detailing, so to say. Just go over the muscle parts and these hands over here and over the eyebrows. You just I know it looks kinda ugly, but the finished product will look much better. This is all done, so the next step is we are taking a neutral gray color and we are going to paint with this color over his chest and this little bump over here, these private parts. We are also going to paint the teeth and also these, I don't know what to call them, straps for these balls that he's wielding around. So you just be very careful to not mess up all the work you've done so far and be very careful. Next step, we are going to paint the metal parts and we are going to use gunmetal, and you paint these balls that he's wielding, and also we are going to paint these two earrings he has on his left ear or whatever that is, and just be very careful. With metal parts done, we are going to use a Null Oil shade and just go over all these metal and gray parts. So we are going to shade over his mouth, over here on his chest, and over all this over here, and just watch to not overdo it like I did just now, but you can always clean it up. Just wipe your brush and then come and pick it up like so. The wash is all dried up. We need to highlight these parts and we are going to start with metal parts and we are going to highlight them with plate mail metal, and you just be very subtle about it, don't overdo it. You just want to create some really nice and fine highlights. So you just go over the top part, and just like so, nothing much, don't overdo it. And let's make it so. And on these balls that he's wielding around, you just go over the top parts. Like so. So we highlighted all the metal parts, and it's time to highlight the gray parts. That's his teeth, his chest, and his straps. And for that we are going to use a sky gray. And on the straps you just want to go over the edge and just give it a little highlight like this. So be very subtle about it, just so it stands out, and that's perfect amount. Don't overdo it. With that part done, we are going to use a carmine red, and we are going to paint his eyes. And you'll be very careful when you do that, so you don't paint around the already done parts of the miniature. So be very, very careful. With carmine red done, we are going to use vermilion, and we are just going to put a little dot inside the eye, just to give it a little glowy effect. And you just be very careful to not overdo it, and just put a little dot. With the eyes done, we could say that miniature is complete, but we want to do some more. And if you want to do some more, you can use color purple and just put a small amount on your brush and start doing some dots all over the miniature, just random dots wherever you feel like you want to do a dot. There really is no set pattern on how to do this. Just do whatever you feel is okay. These subtle dots are done, and the miniature looks okay as it is, but there is always extra step you can take, and I want to use some pale sand just to to make this part a bit different, this torso part from the teeth, because it's the same color. And I will just lightly dry brush the pale sand color over that part, just to give it a little yellowish look. When that part is complete, we have a subtle difference which makes this stand out much more. And now we just need to neat up the base, and for that we are going to use some neutral gray and just paint over the entire base, watching very carefully not to go over the feet. And with the base done, miniature is complete. It was really fun to paint this miniature, it really looks cool. So I hope you like this tutorial, and until next time, pozdrav!